you're going to see this PowerPoint appear several times in the various modules. This is one to remember. You as a dairy manager, a dairy consultant, a dairy farmer, you will manage each of these curves. Today we're talking about the green curve. That's the abbreviated DMI. So you can see the green curve. That is a typical dry matter intake curve across the lactation, going from 0, which is calving, to 3 months after calving, 6 months after calving, 10 months after calving. And then the 2 blocks on the other side would be the dry cow program. And we'll discuss those a bit later in another module. So the question is, what is the shape of the dry matter intake curve? If I can move that curve to the left, that minimizes how much weight loss may occur. Because notice, when the cow is not eating maximum or optimal dry matter intake, the red line dotted curve it means that she's losing weight. And if she cannot manipulate this weight loss correctly, then we'll have such things as fatty liver, ketosis, impaired reproductive performance, and other metabolic disorders that can pop up as well. So the real key here is to move that dry matter curve to the left or to earlier lactation and to get it as high as we can, because then we can support higher milk production. So we talked about the red curve. That's kind of the inverse of the green curve. Body weight will stabilize once the dry matter intake meets the nutrient requirement of those dairy cattle. The other is the red curve, and that's the milk production curve. And we'll come back and talk about that one in a future module as well. But notice the shape of the curve. Generally, we will peak somewhere around 60 to 90 days after calving. But notice the dry matter intake curve lags behind. So that puts these cows at a bit of a jam or a risk that they're producing more milk in some cases than what they can support through their dietary nutrient intake. And so that's why moving that green curve to the left is very, very important. And certainly a huge factor on that is going to be transition diet, meaning how we transition cows from dry period to the milking period, body weight, immune function, health of the cow. All those things come in and impact the green curve, as you'll see here in just a minute. Very powerful PowerPoint.